Another year gone by means another year figuring out which games we hated the least, and sitting through the Game Awards to both hate myself and waste 4 hours that could have gone towards playing literally anything else. Oh, like Marvel's Avengers. What are you, f***ing mad? Awards it is then. The Game Awards, an annual award ceremony honoring achievements in the video game industry. At least that's how Merriam-Webster defines it. Think the Oscars, but for video games, except with way more swearing and celebrities, because cameos show that, guys, we're all gamers here too, even Vin Diesel and Keanu Reeves! The thing is, this wasn't even the first attempt to make gaming more mainstream. We have the Spike Video Game Awards to thank for that. And they did this all the way back in 2003, which, I mean, props to them. I can't really recall if there were any other shows like this back then, but there's a reason why you don't hear most people talking about this. It's because, yeah, it wasn't that good. Watching these now makes me go, yeah, that was definitely 2000s, that's for sure. It just screams, oh my god, our game's so badass! As they went on, they were less about appealing to gamers and more about cramming in cameos and skits that just go on and on. When that doesn't work, well, there's always sex. 2007, the Video Game Awards were commencing. Samuel L. Jackson was getting us ready for something big. And then they bring out a naked girl.
Showing you exclusive world premieres and making the world a better place. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell they were thinking. My guess is they realized people were just showing up for the reveals, and so they got real artsy with it to keep people's attention. They kept this up every year until 2013, where they rebranded it as VGX, as an effort to modernize the Game Awards. And what better way to modernize a 10-year-old show than by never doing it again? Come on, you tell me they didn't want to bring this back again?
Listen, I'm Spider-Man, got it, bitch?
Okay, alright.
Enter Jeff Keighley, a man who had mostly served as the producer of the Video Game Awards and would also host on several occasions. After Spike decided to can the Video Game Awards, Jeff decided that in 2014, the world needed the Video Game Awards again, 1 year after it left. Basically, it's just another day at the office for them. So he invested $1 million of his own money to get it off the ground, dropped the video, replaced it with a "the," and blam, here's a new Game Awards. Ever since then, it's been going pretty strongly, racking up millions upon millions of viewers each and every year, continuing to grow. But what does that say about the quality of the show itself? I mean, 85 million viewers isn't anything to scoff at, but have people stopped tuning in just to see what they've announced, but to actually root for their favorite games to win that coveted Game of the Year title? That's what I hope to find out, and to do this, I'll be looking at the 2021 airing of the Game Awards. Now let's see who won Game of the Year and see just how far we progressed from this. Prior to the actual show, we have the pre-show, where they give us a lot of reveals and a couple of minor awards. So it's basically the Game Awards. Anyways, up first is Tunic. It is absolutely beautiful to look at. I think the art style this game has is the right mix of cartoony and realistic to just be absolutely jaw-dropping. Definitely on my radar now. Our first award, Games for Impact. Huh? Basically, it's for games that were thought-provoking and had positive messages. Of all of these games, one is clearly not like the others.
And the Game Award for Games for Impact goes to...
Come on, Boyfriend Dungeon, Boyfriend Dungeon, Boyfriend Dungeon.
Life is Strange, True Colors.
No! Damn it! 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 You know what screams Game Awards? Galgun 2? A Verizon ad where they say, guys, we're gonna be watching the Game Awards. Yeah, I thought that's what I was doing. Couple of ads for games like Godfall. Just let it die, Gearbox. Next up is an entry into the King of Fighters series. King of Fighters 15. How is it that there's over 20 games in the series and I can't bring myself to buy one of them? I've just never gotten into the series. It's not bad, I just haven't gotten sucked into it, but it does look good. Now this is something I'm excited for. I love Friday the 13th, the game. It was a lot of fun and intense, and playing as Jason was so satisfying and fun. There's also Predator Hunting Ground. Friday the 13th was good, and I'm hoping Gun Digital can pull this off, but we'll have to wait and see. Gearbox, go home. I'll give it this. It's leagues better than whatever the hell this was, but I'm just not sold on this yet. I need to see more, but this was a much better way to show Homeworld off. Best esports athlete? I don't follow any esports, so I'm gonna go with simple.
And the game award goes to Simple.
Yeah! Best esports team? Let's go with DWGKLA because that sounds like a fun selection of letters.
The game award goes to Not As Vincier.
Well, you can't win them all. Best coach? Silent.
Coma.
Damn it! Best esports event? I don't know.
2021 League of Legends World Championship.
Well, back to my bread and butter, making fun of things I've never heard of. The Expanse? By Telltale. Yep, the Minecraft Netflix guys have evolved. Babylon's Fall is up next, and every time I see this game, I have less and less faith that it'll be good. Chivalry 2 announces new DLC and a Christmas event. I've always wanted a little bit of manslaughter with my holidays. Then we get another ad for Verizon telling us they're at the Game Awards. You know, the thing you're watching right now. Monster Hunter Rise gets a new expansion. It looks cool, but hold on. Do I need Monster Hunter Rise to play this expansion? Son of a bitch. Then we get just a flat-out weird game. Thirsty Suitors. I mean, the name says it all. I don't even know what to say about it because I have no idea what the hell happened in it. Well, I'll say this. It certainly has a style, that's for sure. Evil West straight up looks like fun. I like the look and feel of the gameplay. I like hack and slash games, so I'm interested to see how they change up the formula. So, Have a Nice Death looks great. I've gotta say, this impressed me. It looks so fluid and smooth, and I like the concept of you being a pissed off death, cause humanity stinks, and your coworkers hate you. It looks a lot like Hollow Knight, and if it's anything like that, then, oh man, I'm ready. Forza Horizon 5 wins Best Audio Design, and Planet of Lava exists. All I got was, oh my god, look at that spider bot. Do you like Persona? Oh my god, is Persona 5 finally coming to the Switch? Or maybe Persona 4 is being ported to something other than the PC or the Vita? Or, well then, do I have the fighting game for you? The f*** are you talking about? Introducing Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. For real though, this game was definitely not what I wanted. But after a while, I accepted it, and it'll be nice to play it on newer gen consoles. I'll go in with an open mind, and who knows, maybe it'll be a lot of fun. That was it for the pre-show, and it was fine. They had some decent announcements and managed to keep a pretty good pace. Even though I really wasn't feeling some announcements or rewards, they didn't end up taking too much time. However, we still have the main course, so hopefully this won't end up being the peak of the show or anything. Alright, so we're finally at the actual show. And they start out by having Sting perform some Netflix song or something. I really like Sting and his work in the police, but I just wasn't feeling it. He does a good job and all, but I don't know, it just didn't click with me. But do we have Jeff Keighley?
Now, here's your host, Jeff Keighley.
Alright, I will knock that off the bingo card. Just 4 more and I'll win a subscription to something. I don't know. They won me over the word free. Giancarlo Esposito comes out to announce Best Indie Game. I'd watch him if he was just making popcorn. That's how much I like him. And the winner is Kena Bridge of Spirits. But it's a twofer because it also won Best Debut Indie Game. What an honor. We then get a gameplay trailer for Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. They fight an anime character and they soul bond at the end or whatever. All joking aside, this game looks amazing. I played through a bit of the first game, and what I did play, I really enjoyed. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do here. Star Wars Eclipse. I think it being set in the High Republic era Star Wars will make way for a lot of interesting stories because on the big screen and in video games, we haven't really explored this era too much, so to get a whole game about it would be really cool. Bethesda desperately tries to get people to work for him. I'm sorry Bethesda, codes for Skyrim won't help. I already have 4 copies of Skyrim, Bethesda. I don't need a 5th. Lost Ark by Amazon Game Studios. I'm sorry, that's a thing? So, apparently Amazon sneezed and created another new project, Amazon Game Studios. Their games are a bunch of what the hell ever titles. Now they bring us Diablo. Amazon Edition. It just looks boring to me. Like, when I think of a fantasy game, this is the kind of stuff that would come to mind. But hey, at least it's free.
It's time for a new game announcement that no one had on their bingo card.
What? You're on, Jeff!
You are Wonder Woman.
Ha! That's right! I knew I wasn't wasn't crazy for putting that. F you, Jeff. Best performance. Man, they really seem to love Deathloop. Almost half the nominees were from Deathloop. By the way, the winner is Big Vampire Lady from Resident Evil Village. I mean, good for her. From what I've seen, she did a good job.
This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Now, this is an announcement. This is another game I'm genuinely excited for. I remember that one of my first experiences with Xbox Live Arcade was playing a demo for Alan Wake American Nightmare. I had a lot of fun with it, even if I never really understood what was going on and was just playing it because I really wanted to shoot some f***ing monsters. I eventually went back and played the original, and it's so good. I'm excited to see what they'll do here. From the people who made whatever the f*** this thing was, comes Sonic 2, and it looks good? I enjoyed the first movie a lot. It was fun. Was it the greatest thing ever? Hell no. But it was enjoyable, and this trailer seems to be more of that same feeling from the first one. I also like how they're taking a lot more inspiration from the games. Tails and Knuckles look fantastic, and Idris Elba as Knuckles is a great choice, so definitely looking forward to watching it. Check. We get a gameplay trailer for Horizon Forbidden West. Sony, you already sold me on it. Like, big f***ing robots? You can't do any better than that. A trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC, which was f***ing dreadful. It's a great game, but you can't change much graphic settings. It's an Epic Store exclusive, and it's $70 for f***ing Final Fantasy VII again! It's like Square Enix gave me a Diet Dr. Pepper, then stabbed me in the back. It's great, but also painful as all hell. Nintendo shows up and says, oh my god, didn't we have great games this year? Hope you didn't come for Nintendo news. Best action game presented by Shang-Chi. This bingo card is getting f***ed. And it goes to Returnal. A new Destiny 2 expansion, The Witch Queen. Fine, I mean Destiny 2 is a good game, but I just got bored of it shortly after launch. I came back to check out the expansions, but it just hasn't grabbed me. Either way, glad to see the game is doing well, even if I don't play it anymore. Guys, want the #1 way to piss off your fans? Step 1, put Silent Hill in your trailer. And step 2, announce Slitterhead. Again, looks fine, but when you put Silent Hill as the first thing you see, most people are naturally gonna go, oh my god, they're making a new Silent Hill? After all of these years, we're finally getting a new Silent Hill? Only to find out, it's just fucking Slitterhead. Not to say it looks bad or anything, but I know that they just turned a lot of people off by doing that. I truly have no idea what to think of Nightingales. It seems interesting, but I just don't know enough about it to either write it off or get excited about it. Call them The Untold Story. I think it'll make for an interesting game as opposed to the more action-focused Lord of the Rings game, so this is definitely one to look forward to.
Now when you order with Grubhub using code NWalker, you get free delivery and unlock an exclusive pizza emote in Final Fantasy XIV.
That's so beautiful. I'm crying on my pepperoni.
Well, if the internet says so, then sure. Microsoft comes back to say, please God, tell me you remember Somerville.
On the amazing DLC Island.
Oh my god, finally! Cuphead was one of those games that I adored when it came out, and later got it on the Switch too. It was an amazing time. Hard as hell, but fun and rewarding. So when they announced DLC for it, I was ecstatic. In the time since then, we've gotten 2 Forza games, 5 Call of Duties, and exactly 0 DLCs. Yeah, but I'm still really excited about it, and from what little glimpses we got, I think we're in good hands. The Sonic train keeps going with the announcement of Sonic Frontiers, which is Breath of the Wild, but with Sonic. Cool, I guess. Hideo Kojima shows up to show off a Nightmare Alley trailer, which was coming out in a week. What the hell is the point of Kojima showing up then? Guillermo del Toro presents Best Art Design, which goes to Deathloop. Player's Voice Award goes to Halo Infinite. Best Role-Playing Game goes to... not Cyberpunk, I'll tell you that much. Best Score Music goes to Nier Replicant version 1.22474484139. Did someone fall asleep on their keyboard while writing the title, or did they just accidentally include the patch number in the game? Content Creator of the Year goes to... I put myself in the running, so let's see me win! Dream wins. Well, there's always next year. It Takes Two wins Best Multiplayer Game, and I mean, it's a great game. Glad to see it get some recognition. Genshin Impact is the best mobile game. Moving on. Did you ever think Guardians of the Galaxy had good stories? Well, guess what, f***er, they do now! God, how do I say this? Tachia, it looks absolutely beautiful. And I know I say that about a lot of these games, but they keep switching up the art style, and I'm just a sucker for these kinds of games. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Another gameplay reveal that I like. I love the Arkham series of games, and so I'm interested in seeing how Rocksteady will handle this project. From what I can see, I like how fluid the movement system looks, as well as the personalities of the Suicide Squad themselves. Although, I'm really curious to see how this will play out, because Amanda Waller really got a crazy lady with a baseball bat and explosives, a guy who shoots really well and has futuristic guns, a fucking shark with a gun, and a guy with a magic boomerang versus fucking Superman. Place your bets. Next up is, oh my god, look at how pretty that murder is, otherwise known as Forspoken. I think the highlight of this is the power shown off. They look to give us a lot of freedom in how we want to play the game, with stealth abilities to just straight up bullet arms. The story shown didn't really interest me all that much. It's pretty much, oh my god, who the hell are you? Let's fight! But damn it if this game doesn't look pretty. You can murder me if you make my death look good. Warhammer 40k 2 Space Marine. I honestly wish I had something unique or fun to say about this, but I truly don't. I've never played Warhammer the video game or the board game. I think I just need to learn more about this world to really appreciate it. The newest reboot of Saints Row. Yeah, this was inevitable. So this series got f***ing weird. Prior to the dildo bat, Saints Row was mostly seen as a GTA clone, with Saints Row 2 having some weirder elements but still feeling grounded. Then Saints Row the 3rd went off the rails and just leaned into that insanity, effectively getting out of the shadow of GTA. Then these f***ers really said, pack your bags, we're going to space! They blew up Earth, put you in the Matrix, and had you fighting aliens with wacky, fantastical guns. Then they went to hell, so yeah, a reboot was definitely needed. Like, how would you even go about topping this? So, one reboot later, and
if you want bad versus evil, if you want more fun per square mile, maybe you should play Agents of Mayhem.
Cue the action music.
So another reboot later, and here we are. Back on Earth. That's a good start. It looks to be a mix between the wackiness of 3 and 4 with a somewhat serious story. And that's just based on this trailer. I honestly could be wrong, but I mean, after Agents of Mayhem, the sky's the limit. What's this? What's this? It's something I won't play. Okay, so best action adventure game. I've beaten only 2 of these. Metroid.
Goes to Metroid Dread.
Yeah, just one more to go. One more. Dune Spice War, a real-time strategy game based on Dune. Man, if someone saw this teaser without knowing what the hell Dune is, they'd probably be thinking the series is all about big f***ing hands. Once again, we see Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and it keeps looking good. Among Us gets a VR mode. Dolke V, a game I've never heard of, decides, you know what'd be great? A whole damn music video. And I still have no idea what the hell this is. Genshin Impact gets a new character. Machine Civil War, the game, is coming soon. Metal Hellsinger, a game where you kill demons in hell with heavy metal music playing in the background. Wait a minute. Yeah, this game clearly drew a lot of inspiration from Doom, but it does seem to be changing a few things up. I don't mind if they take inspiration from Doom. I love the gameplay of the recent Doom games, and if they make it at least as fluid and fun as that, then I'm okay with it. Star Trek is getting a new game. Must really be feeling jealous of all the Star Wars games coming out, and that the last Star Trek games were some random f***ing mobile game and a game based on the rebooted series, which wasn't good. They managed to drag former Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé on stage to present Best Ongoing Game, which goes to Final Fantasy XIV, and it also won Best Community Support. Rumbleverse. I'm sorry, but this looks terrible. I think the art style and design of the characters is the most generic thing I've ever seen. I'll give them this. A battle royale where you murder your opponents purely with fists and melee weapons is a new spin on the formula. But this trailer just went on and on. Who knows? Maybe the actual game will be good, but this was just an awful way to introduce it. Man, those rats are really f***ing those guys up. The game is coming soon. Dying Light 2 is maybe coming. Who knows at this point. But if you pre-order, you get the latest fashion line by Rosario Dawson to kill zombies with style. And a crossbow. Crossfire X is, well, it's certainly a shooter. At this point, I'm afraid to say anything positive about a shooter, because I remember when I spoke highly of Battlefield 2042 and Cyberpunk. Man, Look at how naive I was 4 months ago. Here's another battle royale, this time with fangs. More music, yada yada yada. Forza finally gets more awards for Best Sports/Racing Game because what even came out in this category? Madden? 2K? It also got innovation and accessibility. They show off GTFO and say, it's out! If you told me this 2 years ago, I'd be impressed. The Halo TV series gets a trailer and really f***ing loves its close-up shots. While we don't know anything about the story, at bare minimum, this trailer at least has the look of Halo. It's too early to tell if it'll be any good, especially when this 1-minute trailer is all we've seen of it, but who knows, maybe it'll be worthwhile. Deathloop wins again, this time for Best Game Direction. Now it's time for shit! We spent too much of our time on pointless bits and ads, and we still have 7 more awards left to go! Time for a speedrun round! League of Legends wins Best Esports Game, and It Takes Two wins Best Family Game. I really thought Nintendo was gonna win because 4 of the 5 nominees are from them. Guilty Gear Strike wins Best Fighting Game, Age of Empire 4 wins Best Sim/Strategy Game, Resident Evil 4 VR wins Best VR Game, duh. And finally, Most Anticipated Game goes to Elden Ring. Speaking of which, here's one of those pointless bits I was talking about. Eventually, when they're done with this bit, we get a trailer for Elden Ring. Everyone to kill a robot spider, then Arc Raiders has that and much more for you. Keanu f***ing Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss come back to grace us with their presence to show us a clip from the new Matrix movie, and to present a new Matrix tech demo. Oh, we have a winner! Me! Finally, my love for games has finally paid off instead of leaving me in massive debt, along with my other habits. But oh well. We're already here, we might as well see what won Game of the Year. It Takes Two wins Game of the Year. Now this was a great game, and honestly, it could have gone to any of the games on this list. Metroid Dread was an absolutely superb 2D platformer that felt great to play, great to look at, the story was good, and was one of my favorite games of 2021. Deathloop was a fun time loop game where you take information you learn in the loops to kill all 8 targets in a day, and was like Dishonored meets Groundhog Day. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart was a great third-person shooter that felt like an evolution of the 2016 reboot, and was a great showcase for the power of the PS5. As for Resident Evil and Psychonauts, yeah, I didn't play them. They're on my list, and I own Resident Evil, I just haven't gotten around to them yet. And that's it! Almost 4 hours have gone by, and this just feels like E3 Lite. The show seems to be more focused on these grand reveals, which is fine, I don't mind them, but 85% of the show is just these reveals. For a show called The Game Awards, there's a surprising lack of awards. They even managed to speedrun past some of them by going, okay, Call of Duty, you win the Birth Trophy for most entries in a 5-year period. So does anyone need a Dune Spice War in their lives? I just think there should be a better split because this is all supposed to be honoring the achievements of the gaming industry and the people who make what we play on a daily basis. But instead it just ends up being a Microsoft E3 show. Plus the damn thing is 4 hours long. Maybe an hour of it being, oh my god, I'm right here at the Game Awards and they just announced a sock. Isn't it amazing to be right here at the Game Awards with Verizon's 5G patented network? I'll say this though, when we aren't watching ads, it's entertaining and didn't have me skipping through it. At least out of this whole endeavor, I managed to win something. So now let's take the time to look up exactly what I just won, and if you fill out this bingo card, you are hereby entitled to 1 year of Tinder Plus. Hope you have fun getting laid. Well, ain't that a bitch.